tuned into Quick Charge, the high voltage podcast bringing you the top stories in electric vehicles and sustainable energy daily. And it's all powered by Electrek. Welcome to Quick Charge. It's October 22nd, 2024, and I'm your host, Joe Boris. We're back today on our countdown to Halloween with the scariest picture you're going to see all day. Elon Musk delusionally believes Trump support is not affecting Tesla and claims that sales are at all-time highs. Elon has repeatedly denied that the fact that he went all in on Donald Trump, the controversial former president, is negatively affecting his business. Now, he's gone so far as claiming that Tesla's sales are at all-time highs. During an X Space yesterday, the Tesla CEO was asked what he thinks of claims that his support of Trump are negatively affecting Tesla. He responded that Tesla's sales are actually going great. We're hitting all-time highs. I think people really care about the quality of the product as opposed to whether they agree or disagree with the CEO's views. The CEO of any given company is going to have political views. At the end of the day, what matters is if Tesla makes a great product, and people like buying great products. First of all, writes Fred Lambert, sales are hitting all-time highs. There are many ways to interpret this, but only one makes Musk right. Tesla had its best Q3 for vehicle deliveries last quarter. With 463,000 vehicle deliveries, Tesla technically beat its last Q3 record. But the reason has more to do with Q3 2023 than 24. Tesla claimed that, quote, a sequential decline in volumes was caused by planned downtimes for factory upgrades. Without that, Tesla would have likely been flat on deliveries in Q3 versus last year. This delayed some shipments into Q4 of 23, resulting in Tesla's all-time high. But Musk can't deny that Tesla's performance in 24 has been less than stellar. Tesla's total deliveries in 2024, 1,293,000, are still down more than 30,000 units compared to the first three quarters of 2023 at 1,324,000. That's despite Tesla adding the Cybertruck to its lineup, which started to contribute more fully last quarter. It's hard to swallow for a company that's all about growth, and the chart above shows that the growth between 2020 and 2023 was awe-inspiring, but that has stopped this year. Tesla's stock performance is also closely tracking its growth in deliveries and then the stagnation. In 2023, Tesla started cutting prices, which negatively affected its gross margins and profits, and countered the growth in deliveries in terms of stock performance. As for the impact of Musk's very active and public support of Trump on Tesla sales, that is indeed more nuanced, but it does segue nicely into this article that we also featured yesterday. EV owners volunteered to drive voters to the polls in 11 states, and you can too. Democracy is an important part of living in America and being an American citizen. It is your responsibility to vote, and regardless of who you vote for, your voice should be heard, and organizations like Charge the Vote are making that easier. So if you want an EV to drive you to the polls, or you want to volunteer to drive people to the polls, we'll have a link to this in the show note. And if you're one of those guys who thinks that you shouldn't vote, or you don't want to vote just because somebody on one side or the other doesn't exactly 100% match your ideals, you are a petulant child. Grow up and go vote for somebody. I thought that was a nice lesson. So hopefully you guys listen and go vote. But if you're trying to figure out what kind of EV you want to drive people to the polls in, there are a ton of great ones. And here's a look at one of the most exciting, hotly anticipated vehicles coming out next year. The new 2025 Ioniq 5 XRT has been caught ahead of deliveries. As you might know, Hyundai's best-selling electric SUV is getting a facelift for 2025. The Ioniq 5 features more range, a Tesla NACS charging port, and new XRT trim focused at off-roading and rallying. Ahead of deliveries, we're getting a closer look at that new XRT variant. The rugged new variant includes added design elements like XRT exclusive front and rear bumpers, etched digital camouflage cladding, black side sills, black window trim, and more. Hyundai's new model also has 7 inches of ground clearance and a tuned suspension to tackle all of your on- and off-road adventures. Powered by a dual-motor, all-wheel drive powertrain and 84 kilowatt-hour battery, the 2025 Ioniq 5 XRT is expected to have a range between 250 or over 280 miles. But as exciting as that is, maybe more exciting is the new $35,000 Chevy Equinox. It's finally here, called the most affordable EV in the US with over 315 miles of range. GM's long-awaited $35,000 Equinox EV is now available to order and actually starts just under $35,000 at $34,995. It has 319 miles of EPA estimated range in the front-wheel drive model. Not only does it have more range than most of the competition, it also comes with a bigger 17.7-inch infotainment system. GM now offers the LT and RS Equinox models, which are both available with front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive powertrain options. The 2025 RS front-wheel drive variant starts at $45,790, and it also gets 319 miles of range. For all-wheel drive, the base LT starts at $40,295 with an EPA estimated 307 miles of range. But remember, all of these vehicles qualify for that $7,500 tax credit, which brings prices potentially down as low as $27,500. At under $28,000, this is a steal for an all-electric SUV with nearly 320 miles of range. The 2024 RAV4, the best-selling SUV in the US this year, is significantly more expensive, starting at about $30,000. Now, those are two great deals for vehicles that are coming up. You can't get your hands on them right now, but if you're looking for an EV in the nearer term, Peter Johnson has this great article, The Top EVs You Can Lease for Under $200 a Month this October. It couldn't be more self-explanatory. We're going to have a couple of links to those in the show notes. Now, you guys know we love to end these with conversations about sustainability, conversations about the grid, conversations about resiliency. Today is no different. These solar-powered electric school buses are V2X. Student transport company First Student and utility Con Edison have launched a V2X hub with 12 solar-roofed electric school buses in Brooklyn. The Smart Energy Hub is a demonstration project that will see the dozen electric school buses replace diesel buses at First Student's location on Malta Street. The panels, along with solar arrays on the rooftop of the facility, will create a clean energy generation, battery storage, and power delivery system. First Student is using its trenchless first charge power deployment, which it says reduces construction costs by at least 30%, to more efficiently roll out because no digging is required. And that makes it easier to upgrade charging infrastructure in the future. The hub is V2X, which goes a step further than vehicle-to-grid technology. V2X goes beyond simply plugging the school bus back into the grid. It includes the capacity to direct electricity delivery where it's needed. In summer months, when the buses are idle and energy needs soar, the Smart Energy Hub can increase capacity, generating additional power for Con Edison. If needed, the Smart Energy Hub is also capable of supporting emergency services in hospitals, including HVAC, power, and lighting. That's all we've got for today, October 22nd. Be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss tomorrow's episode, and keep tuning in for the latest EV news.